It's time for the youngsters. It's the youth stepladder semifinal here in the Bowling Promotion Tour. And today's match features 21-year-old Pepi Consteri versus 17-year-old Arnois Ambiel, with the winner facing the number 1 seeded youth player, 17-year-old David Barak. The youth division has a 23-year-old cutoff, so we are taking the high 3 qualifying scores of bowlers in that category to comprise our 2-match stepladder. Consteri will receive an 8-pin handicap by international rules because she is a woman, and we will add that in when calculating scores as the match progresses. We are back with our 2024-2025 Bowling Promotion Tour season and another series of 24 exciting matches for you, including doubles, team, women's, youth, and masters singles competition featuring bowlers from 8 different countries. All our competitors have bowled 18 games of qualifying at various locations around France, and we are here at Bowling La Sphère in Fontaine, Comte, about 200 miles southwest of Paris for our televised finals. As with our women's and men's doubles pairings, the 18-game qualifying scores were used to determine this stepladder's seedings. And our referee has directed some traffic here and indicated that it will be Arnois Ambiel from France kicking us off on the left lane, and he is throwing that signature purple hammer. And watch the revs this young man gets on the ball when he gets after it. And there's an example of that. Look at that ball turn up off the dry. It comes up a little bit high in the pocket for a 4-pin, almost a 4-10 split, and just nudges the 10 out at the last second. As usual, we are in the Gateway Arch, 42-foot oil pattern, 9.3 to 1, 26 mils of oil. You can see the 10-pin just nudging out of there, leaving MBL a routine 4-pin spare. MBL looking for his first title of these matches, and Consteri looking for her second. And no problem on the 4-pin for Arnois Ambiel. Ambiel, member of the French national team. 6th overall qualifying. And here is Pepi Consteri, our first shot, throwing that XL from Roto-Grip. And she'll play this right down the track, right down across the 12 board, out to the dry, and it comes up and leaves her a very nasty 7-10 split. Wow, no luck there on her opening shot. And let's watch where this ball crosses exactly. So laid down about 15, 17, crosses 12, out to the right break point, but you can see the ball just doesn't get high enough in the pocket. It deflects to the right. The 6-pin lays in the channel, and the 5-pin fails to take out the 7, so we're left with the 7-10 split. And all we can do here is throw at the 10 and hope for a bounce out. Let's see if we get it. Nope. And there's an open to kick things off for Pepi Consteri, so that will actually give her 17 in the first frame, adding in her 8 pins, 9 plus the 8. So 17 on the first for Consteri, with a markup for Ambiel. So instead of a 12-pin match, we have only a 3-pin match. And now here is Consteri on the left lane. Let's see if she can find the pocket again, and hopefully with a little bit better result. And gets it out a little bit to the right. I'm afraid that shot comes up late to the pocket for a 2-pin. The left lane has been drier of the 2 lanes. And she gets it out pretty far out. That ball got out to about the 3 or the 4 board. It's not going to make it back from there. So it comes up for a 2-pin. Looks like we have a scoring problem here. In the meantime, I'll tell you that we've already completed women's and men's doubles competition. It was Kenny Bio and David Barak starting with the front 9 and defeating Joe Crook and Arnois Ambiel to take that title. And it was Elisa Hiltunen and Pepi Consteri, both of Finland, defeating Becca Manning and Charlie Burton-Williams for the women's doubles title. In mixed doubles competition, it was an amazing finish. Yvonne Rhodes and Becca's husband, Phil Manning, winning in a thriller of a finish over top seeds Kenny Bio and Elisa Hiltunen. In our women's stepladder, it was Elisa Hiltunen winning against Yvonne Rhodes. So there's what we've gone over so far. This is our 13th match of the 24 we'll be bringing you. And I think we're now back on track with our scoring, and it will be Pepe Consteri going after that 2-pin on the left lane. A little bit of a slow start here to this match, but in a lot of these matches we've seen the players get comfortable with the way the lanes have broken down for that particular match, get a little more comfortable under the TV lights, and sometimes we see better scoring later in the match. Let's see what happens here. And taking the plastic ball straight at the 2-pin. That's a pro move right there, and Consteri is a full-time professional player, and you take plastic even for a 2-pin spare, which with your strike ball is a fairly easy move just to the right to cover it, but you don't take any chances on any pattern when you throw plastic at everything, at all your spares. Here's Ambiel on the left lane, gets it out to the right lane, gets it out to the right, won't recover. And again, that right lane a little bit tighter, doesn't make the corner. And you can see he plants that foot and lifts up through the shot. Maybe he didn't quite catch all of that at the bottom. Doesn't quite get the corner, and here we see some pin action to take out most of the bucket, but not all of it, leaving the 2-pin. And he does go cross lane with the strike ball there to cover the 2-pin, and no problem. So we now have a 2-pin match with Ambiel sparing in the second frame. Ambiel was 6th overall qualifier, averaging 208. As we said, he's a member of the French national team. And he names Saulnier Valentin as one of his coaches. We have seen Valentin earlier in previous years on these matches. Not seeing him this year, though. And that got out to the right. Whoa, did that cross over? My gosh. Boy, look at the way this ball picks up off the dry. That was crazy. I mean, I know the left lane's drier, but watch this reaction. He gets it out there. He's like, whoa, hey, stop there. Oh, take it easy. And we'll take the Brooklyn for the strike, but he's going to have to definitely make an adjustment on that lane with that unexpected reaction. Surprising to see that much mid-lane reaction. Didn't look like he grabbed it that badly, but boy, did that ball jump in the mid-lane. And here is Pepe on the right lane. And look at that balance, just perfect. Right up the lane, and how about a ring 10 this time? Boy, Pepe just getting no love from these shots she's making. Very good shots. Let's watch this one again. Over 12, out to the drive, maybe a board or two inside on the break point. But he comes up in the 6, wraps around the 10 for a classic ring 10. And you can see this ground level shot, really good view of her balance and her form. The fundamentals on most of the professional women coming out today are impeccable. And Consteri, no exception. And good cover there. Now we're up to a 3-pin match. Again, adding in the 8 pins of handicap that Consteri is afforded by international rule. Consteri from Finland. She's a full-time athlete, as we mentioned. She's a member of the Finnish team. Overall 7th qualifier, averaging 199. Her regular average being 213, so didn't have the best time of it in the qualifying, but again, she's managed to make her way onto all these shows. And that one's way out to the dry. She gets it back late to the pocket. And again, another pretty classic flat 10. So Consteri still nibbling around the pocket here, looking for trying to find the range. Get herself lined up to start striking. And look at that 6-pin, lays in the channel, doesn't even try to jump back out for a classic weak 10 for Pepe Consteri. And routine cross lane for the spare. Good cover there. I'd like to shout out to Bruno Bidone, our organizer and executive producer. As usual, he and Marc Chavet provide the French commentary for these matches, and my name is Bruce Hall. I'm your international commentator. Please stay tuned for Marc Chavet's interview with the competitors after the match, and tune back to the same channel for our next match. Again, as I said, this is match 13, which means we have 11 more matches to come. And let's see if Ambiel can double up here after getting the break on the... Oh no, through the beak. He got the break on the Brooklyn on the left lane, and this one gets out to the dry and dives through the pocket with a 3, 4, 6, 10. And that's going to be half the rack at 5. Let's see what he can do here. You got to get over to the right of the 3-pin, slide it over, but instead he chops. So he goes 6 out. And that was a costly frame for Ambiel. Watch this play. That's even a plastic ball. That ball still hooks. He's got so much revs on it. But he chops it out, and it leaves him 61 in the 4th. And out of 4, it's Consteri now a 14-pin lead. She went from trailing to leading. And there's a dead flush shot after the Brooklyn on the left lane. You see Ambiel make the move and gets it down the lane. Perfect break point and flushes the rack. Let's see again. Plants his foot. You can tell he's further left. Gets it out, and that is absolutely perfect. Now, what can Consteri do with her 14-pin lead here? And out to the dry, turn it up, and again late to the pocket, crumbling out the bucket, leaving the 2-pin. We've seen that hit before. And you can see she gets to the line here. And here I think the tighter right lane did show itself. I think that was a pretty good shot, but it just doesn't make the corner and comes up to leave the sole 2-pin. So Consteri yet to strike in 5 attempts here. And Ambiel has only struck twice in 5 attempts, so these bowlers again nibbling around the pocket. Let's see how we do here. I think we have a ball return here. And actually there you can see it on the left side with all the pins jamming the balls. Ball's got to get over to that ball door to the left and get into the ball lift, and we'll need somebody's able hand to reach in there and clear out those pins. Meanwhile, we'll tell you that Pepi Consteri is the youngest girl ever to throw 300 in Finland. So there's a record that stands for now. We'll see how long that holds up. And she was Bowler of the Year in Finland in 2022, so some impressive credentials there for Consteri, again, who has made bowling her full-time profession. I think we cleared out the ball return. Now we're going to take care of that 2-pin plastic ball straight at it. And no trouble there. Again, but no strikes yet for Pepi Consteri. And with her handicap, she's looking at 74 in the 4th. A 13-pin lead now over Ambiel. But Ambiel with a strike up. So let's see how we do now in the second half of the game. Consteri again staying with that XL. Has not rewarded her yet in this match. Let's see what happens here. That one looks pretty perfect. Gets it up dead flush. First strike. Great shot for Pepi Consteri. And maybe she's found something here. Gets it out a little bit to the right. Turns it up. Come on, you. You knew it looked good. Right off her hand. And watch this ball absolutely split the 8-9. Perfect strike. Now, can Ambiel cut the lead to 3 with a strike here in the 6th? And that's right down the oil. Holds up, and he does. He used the hold that time. Again, 9.3 to 1 oil pattern. Got a little bit left. Goes down the lane. And with all that power, the ball comes up and he knew it was left, but he says, oh, thank you for holding. And it hangs on to slap the 10 for a double for Ambiel. 3-pin match now. So here we go. Once again, could we now be finding the range? And could these bowlers start striking here? This is for the lead. If he can do it. And he does. Great shot there by Ambiel. And he takes instead of being down by 3, he now takes the 7-pin lead over Pepe Consteri. Only she'll have a chance to get it back. He threw that one. I think he's learned from that last shot. He threw that one straighter down the oil, and it comes up and flushes the rack. So here we go. Consteri looking for her first double. Can she do it? And it would be a key one. It would be to retake the lead. And here's the shot out to the dry. Turns it up. Dead flush. Here we go. And there's the lead back again to Pepe Consteri. This is turning into an exciting match. Watch that. Right, that's about 11. A little bit to the right, but it turns up perfectly through the pocket. Give me the carry this time. And great shot there by Pepe Consteri for the double. So these bowlers really getting back on track here. And again, that score not reflecting the 8 pins added in for Consteri. And there's a shot out to the dry. Another beautiful shot comes up, and she gets the slap 10 for the strike. Nice shot there to give her the 13-pin lead. Watch that. Look at that extension. Loads up all that power. Great balance. Great foundation at the line. All the leverage goes to the bowling ball, just like we wrote it up. And comes up and slaps out the 10-pin, the 6-pin, doing its job that time instead of laying in the channel. Now, Ambiel needs a double to get his lead back now. He's even though he's got a triple. And that's way left, and he gets the rip. He gets it through the pocket. Boy, he's learned that straight up the lane is better than going right. So watch him pull this one straight up the lane. He gets it a little bit light in the pocket, in fact, but he blows the rack. And there's a 4-bagger for Ambiel and a triple for Pepe Consteri. And in the first 5 frames, we had but 2 strikes in this match. So here we go. And Consteri still with the lead. And let's see what Ambiel can do here. 3-pin lead for Pepe Consteri. This for the lead back again to Ambiel. And yes, sir, he gets it. And give him the lead back. Wow, what a match. Topsy-turvy here. And both bowlers really starting to shine here in the second half of this match. He really got all of that when you saw him get around it. He says, come on, come on, come on. Yes, thank you very much. And here we go. 5-bagger for Ambiel. Triple for Pepe Consteri. And again, she needs this one now to get the lead back. And can she do it? And good form right up. Looks good. Again, flush in the pocket. Boy, what a difference in this match. We've got a 5-bagger for Ambiel, a 4-bagger by Consteri. Watch this ball turn up through the pocket. Oh, just perfect. Just a pleasure to watch these guys get lined up once again. As we said, quite often these matches, they're slow start, but the bowlers get lined up, get more comfortable under the lights, and here come the fireworks. All right, going into the 10th, here's the story. Consteri does enjoy a 3-pin lead going in, and let's see how she does here. And she can close this out if she can throw 2 more strikes. Gets the first one, and that's going to do it. Good shot. 244 available for Consteri, 241 available for Ambiel on the out, and Consteri gets the first one. And if she gets this next one and some count, she could just close this out right here, despite the 5-bagger from Ambiel. And I think he knows it. And wow, what a finish. Both bowlers with 5-baggers here. This for the match. Looks pretty good. Turn it up and gets it late. The 7-pin goes. and she carries it in. Pepi Consteri in pro form did not strike in the first 5 frames. Comes back with the last 6 to close out the match against Arnois Ambiel. Wow, what a finish. Oh, she knows it too. Yes, sir. What a shot, what a performance. And she stayed with the right ball. She trusted her read. And boy, look at her just come in and take charge of this match. And again, the 8 pins not added in. And with the strike here, it'll be 244 and a lock-up victory for Pepi Consteri. And gets a little high in the pocket. It gets the 9 to go late. It does, in fact, close out the 244. What a finish by Pepi Consteri. That's some pressure play right there. And just found the range on both lanes. There's that little bit drier characteristic on that left lane. Comes up high. The 4 trips the 9. And give me the back 7 to win this match. Excuse me. Wow, what an amazing performance by Pepi Consteri. And unfortunately, Ambiel, despite that, he hasn't missed in a few frames. He's locked out, and he knows it. Leaves the ring 10. And unfortunately, that's going to do it for him. He had 241 in the wood, but this is going to be a ring 10, so the best he can do now is going to be 220. So wow, what an amazing match, folks. This is the kind of action you can expect here in the Bowling Promotion Tour. Once again, stay tuned for Marc Chavet's interview. Shout out to our friend Bruno Bidone and Marc, who do the French commentator for these matches. And we'll have another match on this same channel. It'll be the final. It will be Pepi Consteri against David Barak, another fireballer. Let's see how she does in that match. That'll be our next match coming up. And this will be 220 maximum for Barak. Excuse me, Ambiel gets it out to the dry, turns it up, perfect shot, 220. So 244 to 220, and believe me, that match went right down to the 10th frame with Pepi Consteri throwing the back half, all strikes. And what a great performance by both these players. Nobody has anything to hang their head about in this match. And really great action here. So I think we'll see some statistics here. And then we will move on to the interview with Marc Chavet. And I'm Bruce Hall. I'll see you back on the next match here. Again, let's add in the 8 pins to go with 244 to 220 victory for Pepi Consteri, throwing the back 7. Wow, what an amazing match. Just incredible. So 7 strikes for Consteri, all in the back half of the game. 7 strikes for Ambiel, most of them in the back half of the game. You can see the one open for Consteri. That was at 7-10 in the first. Here is Marc Chavet's interview.
Alongside Henri Ambiel, the Frenchman, 17 years of age only, just losing the matchup here, just getting a quick reaction. A second TV final appearance for Henri, indeed. Just give us a sense of what it meant for you to be out there up against a prominent international player like Pepi Consteri. Qu'est-ce que ça représentait pour toi que d'être en finale télé comme ça face à une joueuse de qualité comme Pepi Consteri?
C'était un honneur, c'était vraiment un honneur, c'était un rêve et je l'ai réalisé. Aujourd'hui, ça n'a pas payé, ça payera une prochaine fois. J'ai encore beaucoup d'expérience à vivre. Je suis qu'au début de ma carrière et puis je vais travailler tout pour m'améliorer.
And so, Henri telling us, indeed, it was a tremendous honor and privilege to play against someone like Pepi Consteri, a more established player on the international stage. I got a lot of lessons from my experience out there on the lanes. I'm going to keep on working, keep on improving, and make sure my game gets to the next level in the very near future as well. So, talking about the matchup in particular, it took a few frames to get into it, but then once he found his lanes, he was able to, and his lines, he was able to deliver the payload here. Henri, il a fallu quelques frames pour rentrer dans ce match, et une fois que tu as trouvé effectivement tes angles, tes lignes, tu as pu quand même aller chercher un nombre conséquent de strikes d'affilée.
Oui, j'ai eu du mal à m'adapter à la piste, ça glissait beaucoup. Puis j'ai trouvé la ligne qu'il fallait, j'avais un peu de marge. Ça a payé, mais pas assez pour battre Pepi aujourd'hui. Ça payera, comme j'ai dit, une prochaine fois. J'ai encore beaucoup de chemin à traverser.
Well, indeed, it took a while for me to get used to the lanes. Indeed, I had to adjust myself, and once I was able to find those lines, I was able to deliver those strikes. Unfortunately, not enough to get the job done and get the W today, but I'm sure everything I do now, I'll be getting those dividends in the very near future. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. And let's welcome the winner of this matchup here in the interview zone, Pepi Konsteri of Finland, a more established international player. Congratulations, Pepi, going straight into the final now. And same question as for Arinui, though you did have more abilities to get those strikes in the matchup, but it took a few frames to get into it. A little issue finding, just getting used to the oil out there?
Didn't have trouble in the line, but I had trouble with the carry. I hit the pocket, but I knew I had it in me. I just had to do a little more adjustments, and now it was enough.
It was enough to carry you across the line, but of course now there's a big matchup against David Barak of Slovakia, the Strikeminator. You afraid?
I'm not afraid, but I think he is.
Oh, there you go.